Brazil is a land of stunning natural beauty, diverse cultures, and a complex history that spans centuries. From the vast Amazon rainforest to the vibrant streets of São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro, every region has a story to tell. Brazil's identity has been shaped by indigenous heritage, European colonization, African influence, Asian immigration, and centuries of racial mixing. Today, this nation of over 215 million people is a living mosaic, reflecting resilience, creativity, and cultural fusion. This video will take you on a journey to explore Brazil's major ethnic groups, uncover the history behind their migrations, and examine the real estate landscape across its most popular cities and emerging regions. Long before Europeans arrived, Brazil was home to over 1,000 indigenous tribes. These groups, such as the Yanomami, Guarani, Kayapa, and Xavante, developed complex societies with rich traditions, languages, and spiritual beliefs. They relied on the rainforest for food, medicine, and shelter, maintaining a harmonious balance with nature that continues to inspire modern ecological thought. Today, indigenous people make up about 0.6% of Brazil's population, but their impact is significant. Festivals, rituals, dances, and handicrafts reflect centuries of cultural continuity. Many communities face challenges, including land rights disputes and environmental threats, yet they remain vital in preserving Brazil's earliest heritage. The Amazon rainforest, home to dozens of tribes, is not only a natural wonder but a living repository of ancestral knowledge, making it central to both Brazil's identity and global ecological health. European colonization began in 1500, when Portuguese explorers first arrived, claiming the territory for the crown. Portuguese settlers introduced Christianity, language, architecture, and centralized governance, laying the foundation for modern Brazil. Over the following centuries, waves of European immigrants arrived, especially in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, driven by economic opportunity and political turmoil in Europe. Italians migrated in large numbers to São Paulo, southern Brazil, and Rio Grande do Sul, bringing with them culinary traditions, strong family values, and agricultural skills that transformed coffee plantations and rural settlements. Germans settled mainly in southern states such as Santa Catarina and Rio Grande do Sul, contributing to architecture, beer brewing traditions, and community festivals like Oktoberfest. Spaniards, Poles, and other Europeans also arrived, often joining agricultural colonies or urban industries. Today, descendants of European immigrants account for roughly 43.5% of Brazil's population, and their influence is evident in language, religious practices, architecture, and gastronomy. The African diaspora played a crucial role in shaping Brazilian society. Between the 16th and 19th centuries, millions of Africans were brought to Brazil through the transatlantic slave trade, making Brazil the largest importer of enslaved people in the Americas. Afro-Brazilians now make up about 10.2% of the population, and their cultural contributions are profound. Music, dance, religion, and cuisine all bear African roots. Samba, capoeira, and candomblé ceremonies exemplify this enduring influence. Cities such as Salvador, in the northeast, are cultural hubs where African traditions thrive, creating a living history visible in street performances, carnival parades, and local cuisine. Afro-Brazilian communities have historically faced discrimination and inequality, yet they remain at the heart of Brazil's cultural identity, ensuring that African heritage is inseparable from the nation's contemporary life. Mixed-race Brazilians, or Pardo, represent over 45% of the population, reflecting centuries of intermarriage between indigenous peoples, Africans, and Europeans. This group is central to understanding modern Brazil, symbolizing the nation's multicultural identity. Pardo communities celebrate a combination of traditions, often blending music, culinary practices, and religious customs from multiple ancestries. Their demographic growth also reflects broader societal changes, as Brazil moves toward greater recognition of racial and cultural diversity. Festivals, local celebrations, and family practices in Pardo communities illustrate the fusion of heritage that has made Brazil culturally rich and socially dynamic. Japan contributed to Brazil's diversity during the early 20th century when Japanese immigrants arrived to work on coffee plantations. Today, Brazil hosts the largest Japanese community outside Japan, with over 1.5 million people concentrated in São Paulo and Paraná. Japanese Brazilians have profoundly influenced agriculture, business, and culture. From sushi and Japanese gardens to martial arts and festivals, their traditions coexist with Brazilian customs, enriching local and national identity. Japanese cultural centers, language schools, and urban neighborhoods display a blend of Japanese discipline and Brazilian creativity, exemplifying how immigrant communities integrate while maintaining distinct heritage. Brazil's ethnic and cultural diversity is complemented by equally varied urban and rural lifestyles, reflected in housing and real estate. In 2025, the average house price across Brazil is 9,366 Brazilian reals per square meter, but the range is wide depending on region, city, and neighborhood. São Paulo, Brazil's financial and cultural hub, commands premium prices. High-end districts like Jardins, Vila Nova Conceição, and Moma can exceed 10,500 Brazilian reals per square meter, while mid-range neighborhoods such as Batanta and Tatuapé average 7,500 Brazilian reals to 9,000 Brazilian reals per square meter. São Paulo's housing market reflects the city's strong economy, high population density, and cultural attractions. Rental prices range from 2,500 Brazilian reals per month for smaller apartments in mid-range areas to over 12,000 Brazilian reals per month for luxury penthouses. Rio de Janeiro offers a unique combination of coastal living, tourism, and urban density. Neighborhoods like Ipanema and Leblon are among the priciest, averaging 10,000 Brazilian reals to 12,000 Brazilian reals per square meter, with some beachfront penthouses reaching several $million. Zona Norte and other more residential areas offer prices between 5,500 Brazilian reals and 7,500 Brazilian reals per square meter, making them accessible to middle-class residents. Rentals reflect this diversity, with small apartments in residential neighborhoods available for 1,500 reals to 2,500 reals per month, while luxury units in Leblon and Copacabana surpass 15,000 Brazilian reals per month. Brasilia, the capital, is known for its modernist architecture and organized city layout. Average house prices are around 8,500 Brazilian reals per square meter, with government-designated sectors for residential, commercial, and diplomatic purposes influencing pricing. Luxury properties in Lago Sul and Lago Norte, close to the Paranoá Lake, exceed 12,000 Brazilian reals per square meter. Brasilia offers a more stable market, appealing to government employees, diplomats, and professionals seeking planned urban living. Fortaleza, a northeastern city, has emerged as an attractive destination for investors and retirees due to its beaches, tourism, and lower costs compared to São Paulo or Rio. Average house prices in Fortaleza are around 7,500 Brazilian reals per square meter, but beachfront areas like Meireles and Mucuripe can reach 9,000 Brazilian reals per square meter. Smaller towns along the coast offer even lower prices, ranging from 2,000 Brazilian reals to 5,000 Brazilian reals per square meter, creating opportunities for vacation homes or rental investments. Rural regions and smaller inland towns provide the most affordable options, with prices starting from 1,000 Brazilian reals to 3,000 Brazilian reals per square meter. Cities such as Campos do Jordão, Ouro Preto, and towns in Minas Gerais or the southern states offer a slower pace of life, often surrounded by natural beauty and historic architecture. These locations appeal to retirees, remote workers, and families seeking more space and affordability while staying connected to cultural and regional traditions. Luxury real estate in Brazil continues to grow, especially along the coast. Balneário Camboriú, Florianópolis, and certain neighborhoods in Rio de Janeiro feature high-end penthouses and waterfront properties priced in the millions of dollars. Projects like the Sena Tower in Balneário Camboriú, one of the world's tallest residential buildings, showcase premium living opportunities. Luxury properties attract not only wealthy Brazilians but also international investors seeking vacation homes, rental income, or retirement options. Understanding regional differences is critical for anyone moving to Brazil. Metropolitan areas provide access to jobs, education, and cultural life, but come at a high cost. Coastal cities offer natural beauty and tourism-driven economies, while smaller towns and rural areas provide affordability, tranquility, and the potential for investment growth. Housing choices are closely tied to lifestyle preferences, career plans, and long-term goals, making careful research essential before purchasing property. Brazil's diversity extends beyond ethnicity and housing. Food, music, festivals, and community life vary significantly by region. Indigenous influences persist in local cuisine, medicinal practices, and festivals. European settlers shaped city layouts, church architecture, and culinary habits. African traditions resonate in rhythms, dance, and religious practices. Japanese immigrants introduced horticulture, festivals, and urban aesthetics. Mixed-race communities embody the fusion of these influences, creating a cultural harmony unique to Brazil. Cities themselves reflect cultural blending. São Paulo is a bustling metropolis with neighborhoods that feel like mini-worlds, including Italian-influenced Bixiga, Japanese-influenced Liberdade, and Afro-Brazilian hubs in parts of the eastern districts. Rio de Janeiro fuses colonial heritage, African rhythms, and modern urban planning along its beaches and hillsides. Smaller cities like Curitiba, Porto Alegre, and Recife each showcase unique blends of architecture, food, and cultural festivals influenced by migration patterns over centuries. Every street, festival, and family gathering tells the story of Brazil's ethnic richness. The nation's history of migration, colonization, and cultural blending has produced a society that is diverse, dynamic, and resilient. Whether exploring the Amazon, attending a carnival parade, or strolling through a Japanese garden in São Paulo, Brazil's multicultural heritage is visible everywhere. For anyone considering moving to Brazil, there are housing options for every budget, from affordable rural homes to luxury coastal apartments, reflecting the country's economic and cultural diversity. Brazil is more than a destination. It is a living classroom of history, migration, and cultural fusion. Its ethnic groups have shaped its identity while continuing to adapt to modern life. The real estate market offers insights into lifestyle, economic status, and regional differences, making it an essential consideration for newcomers and investors. Living in Brazil means participating in a complex, vibrant, and welcoming society that values its history while embracing innovation. If you enjoyed this journey through Brazil's culture, ethnic diversity, and real estate, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you don't miss future videos. Share your thoughts in the comments. What city, region, or cultural group would you like to explore next? Thank you for joining this deep dive into Brazil, and we'll see you in the next video.